A little guessing game for you. What's got a rakish belly pan like this? What's got an arrowhead shaped headlight? What's got some very neat built-in personal protection? And what's got a tank with no name? You've guessed it, it's Ducati's latest, the 900 SS. Well, the first thing that strikes you is this voluptuous fairing that looks as though it's been carved from the solid. But it's not just pretty decorations. In here, it's got these air scoops, one either side, because this bike hasn't got a radiator. It's one of the air-cooled Ducatis, desmodromic, but no water cooling, so it needs these ducts to take air to the rear cylinder. And in fact, Ducati tell us this reduces the temperature of the rear cylinder by 20 degrees C. Well, as you can see, this engine looks familiar. In fact, it's basically the 900 SS engine that's been around since '91. Belt-driven overhead cam, 2 valves per cylinder. The big difference is it's got electronic fuel injection on this one. That means much better carburation, smoother torque, and you get another 5 brake horsepower as well, giving you 80 brake horsepower. Very usable horsepower at that. It might not be red, but once aboard, it's unmistakably Ducati. Sure, it's a bit more sophisticated than the old model, but that 90-degree V-twin, firm suspension, light agile handling is quintessentially Ducati. No matter how sophisticated they become, there's a certain edge to a Duke that you can almost taste. The 2-valve 904cc motor delivers its 80 brake horse in that lovely offbeat fashion that is the hallmark of V-twins. Nearly as smooth as a 4, but like Pavarotti, it does the business but without the screaming. Thanks to the new fuel injection, it'll pull smoothly from around 2,500 revs right through to 9 grand, where a rev limiter lets you know that enough is enough. Top speed is around 140, but playing tunes with the engine is what this is all about. Keep it spinning in third at 4,000 revs and then nail it, and the 900 SS catapults you forward. Keep hooking it up and knocking it back through the slick 6-speed gearbox and you can revel in the addictive mixture of exhaust rumble and mechanical whirring that is Ducati. While the handling of the old 900 was a bit of an acquired taste, this one makes you an expert from the start. The revised steering geometry, shorter wheelbase and a completely changed riding position means that the old slow steering and heaviness has gone, and also its tendency to stand up if braking when keeled over. Not that you should do, but let's face it, we all do it. Likewise, road holding has improved too, the beefed up showers doing their stuff up front, while the cantilevered rear end smoothed out the rest. At 188 kilos, it's easily stopped by 320mm Brembo discs and 916 calipers at the front and a single disc at the rear. The riding position is new too. Gone is the low seat, high pegs, narrow bars setup that left you contorted but not comfortable, to be replaced by an altogether more reasonable layout. Still sports bias, but this time with some comfort. Your knees tuck into the tank and the voluptuous fairing is not just curvy, it shields you from the worst and enables you to tuck down, just like Foggy. Well, sort of. The cockpit instruments come as a bit of a shock at first. The clocks are black. They work alright, but certain things I expect from Ducati. Red paint and white face clocks are 2 of them. But V-twin engines, stonking performance, beautiful looks, glorious sounds, lightweight and charisma are just a few of the others. And after all, they've used yellow before, so I make that about 9.5 out of 10. Not bad for a new Duke. Also not bad for a new Duke is the $8,350 on the road price tag. Who said Italian style is expensive? So just what is responsible for this improved handling? For a start off, you've got new 3-spoke wheels, which are much lighter than the old ones. You've got the shower forks beefed up, they're fully adjustable, and also they've got 43mm fork stanchions, they're massive affairs. The steering head angle, they've steepened that a little bit, just only by 1 degree, but it does give that quicker turn in. You've got the trellis frame, which has just been altered slightly. They've retained the cantilever rear end and the single shock, but they've improved the damping, they've improved the stroke of the shocker, and that gives a much more flexible, more compliant ride. So overall, lots of little tweaks to this Ducati, but I haven't finished yet. They've also got a very neat touch once you've undone the seat. The seat's very easy to remove. Neat lock at the back, just lift it up, There we are. Underneath you can store waterproofs. Nice little toolkit in there, and they even give you a little torch. How about that? And once the seat's off, that allows you to unhook the front of the tank here and simply hinge it up. It's even got a little stand on, just like a car bonnet. And there you've got access to your air filters, the engine management chip, the battery, and also the shock absorber. Brilliant.